Hello for the first time, or welcome back. Whichever one applies to you, that's the intro that I want you to use for this video. So folks, we are back for round 3 of DC's, and that is Wonder Woman versus Lobo. This one is really interesting because if you know anything about Lobo, you know that Lobo cannot die, because Lobo died and then he got kicked out of heaven and hell for causing too much trouble, which I promise that will absolutely come up in this comic, because we start off with something kind of gross, an old dude clipping his nails as he's watching the weirdest television I have ever seen, and he's up in the clouds and he's just clicking through watching some stuff. He even sees the "In the Arms of the Angels," the really sad puppy commercial, but he clicks past that because why wouldn't he? And he gets to, what is that, Wonder Woman and Lobo fighting? And we cut over to Lobo talking to Wonder Woman saying, "What you gonna do, little lady? Slaughter me? Disembowel me?" I'm not reading the rest of Lobo's dialogue. It really makes me mad. Between Lobo and Zatanna, I'm not sure whose dialogue irritates me the most, but it's probably Lobo. Anyway, he starts to scream, "I can't die, so frag!" My God, frag. Anyway, that causes the entity to pause the television and rewind it. We gotta go back to the beginning. How did this start? Round 1. Ladies and gentlemen, rev up your engines and lock up your liquor cabinets. From the farthest, darkest reaches of space, he is the intergalactic bounty hunter, the last Caesarian, the biker of the cosmos, the main man, Lobo! It's actually like a wrestling ring. And we see Wonder Woman getting ready for this match as well, and the announcer calls her out as she starts to walk up. Hailing from the hidden island of Themyscira, she is the chosen champion of Olympus, the Amazon enforcer, Wonder Woman! And the only thing that they can do is, best 2 out of 3, no rules, the only way out is to fight. And that's when the Heart of Apocalypse says, "Let the battle commence." And Wonder Woman doesn't. So she does not pull any punches. She starts hitting him. And Lobo gets in one good crack, but she wraps him up with the lasso of truth and pulls him back, knees him in the face, and then that's when Lobo catches her hand, grabs her, puts her in a chokehold, and just starts punching her in the face until we get the "oh no." Wonder Woman is down in round 1. But if you remember the rules, they're allowed to change forms and pick a new location. So they have prepared a new battle form and battle location, which means Lobo's getting jumped. But Lobo is trying to look a little handsome here, I guess. I think he looks weird. I hope they don't do this in the movie. But Wonder Woman is allowed to bring her Furies with her. In her ideal form, Wonder Woman has her warrior sisters at her side. So the Apocalypse appreciates females and their fury. So Wonder Woman is allowed in her form to bring 3 other people, and they proceed to jump him. She cuts his arm off with the God Killer armor. He's freaking out. They're beating him with his arm. But Lobo, you know, he can regenerate. He's growing his arms back and stuff. And I like this little moment here because if you don't know, Lobo has flying cosmic dolphins with him as like his super pet. And Wonder Woman has a kangaroo. So I like this little shot here of even the kangaroo got in a couple of good hits on Lobo's dolphins. And it looks like a moment that Lobo is getting the upper hand until he's not. They cut off his legs, he starts to try to crawl away, and they grab his bike and run him over. And that results in a which leads to a very interesting round 3.
To test the full power of 2 evenly matched immortals, the round will be a series of classic contests designed to establish which of our brawlers is the one true champion.
Galactic slap match? Wow, what a hit. Chest boxing showdown. Checkmate, she gets to punch him. Shin kicking challenge? I guess he took this one because he cracked her right in the leg. And even the Karjitsu Invitational. But the final contest is gladiatorial combat where the winner takes all. And Lobo runs for his traditional weapons, which are boomy boomy bang sticks. And Diana is not fazed by this. She can block them easily. And now she reached around and grabbed his hook and sunk it right into his back. She starts wrapping him up and he's able to rip it out of his back, catch her before she can deal a damaging, final blow and stab her right in her ribs. Then she grabs her sword and she goes to plunge it in him. He grabs her hand and breaks her wrist, but she's still able to get really, really, really close. She's about to get this final blow that would end him. And he's back at the moment that we were in the beginning, where he's saying, "I can't die." And he's bragging that he made a deal with the damn Almighty, so he can't die. But it looks like the presence is there, and he says, "I'll allow it." Now, if you're not sure who the presence or the entity is, he is essentially the capital G god of the DC universe, in a very oversimplified way of explaining it. At that moment, she knees the sword into his chest, resulting in a Lobo's deal is terminated, and thus so is Lobo. Now this cuts over to the Watchtower for another interlude where it looks as though all those booster golds that the World Forger had thrown on top of Darkseid are still there. And he's saying, you picked a really weak body to be in, Darkseid. Why would you do that? And Darkseid said, "I'm tired of people underestimating me," and he hits the World Forger with the Omega beams, putting him down on the ground. And he said, you served your purpose. That was inevitable. So we'll have to just figure out what happens with Darkseid in Titans number 30, because that is going to be the next part of DC's. Besides that, go drink some water, go be kind, and I'll see you next time. Peace.